Hello everyone, it's Charlton. So I wanted to give you an update on this mall shooting in Hoover, Alabama on Thanksgiving evening around 9:30 p.m. Alabama time. It's just south of it's a suburb of Birmingham, Alabama. I think it's the Riverchase Galleria where a shooting took place. And it's still not exactly clear what happened, but there seems to be we're getting closer to the real story of what happened. Initially, this individual here, Amantic Bradford Jr., who goes by EJ. I think his father is Amantic Bradford Sr., who spoke to either the Daily Mail, some reporter. That's where I've learned some stuff from. He was identified as the gunman. The gunman was killed, but it's now been determined, and the Hoover Police Department they've made this clarification that he was not the gunman. That apparently no shots were fired from the weapon he had, and the gunman remains at large. An 18-year-old was shot, and then also a 12-year-old girl was shot by a stray bullet, I think, in the back. The 12-year-old girl. And both those two, I don't know their condition, but they're going to live. Obviously, probably fairly serious, but I think they're going to be okay. So the gunman remains at large, and after the Hoover Police Department clarified that he wasn't the gunman, it still wasn't clear. They were suggesting maybe he was involved in the original altercation. But it's kind of not looking that way. It's looking like, and I don't know. I mean, I'm just going by the bits and pieces that are being reported. It's looking like he was actually trying to break up an altercation that was going down, and he was misidentified as one of them, and shot. That's what it's looking like. Well, obviously, we don't know that for fact, and but just based on his background and some of the stuff that I've learned through these reports, it kind of looks that way. And one of the things here is that somebody spoke with his father, and his father's upset. His family's upset, obviously, that he was being mischaracterized as being first being mischaracterized as the gunman, but then as being someone involved in the altercation, when in fact it looks like he might have been trying to prevent somebody from getting hurt. He was trying to be a protector. Basically he was trying to be a good guy with a gun. That's what it kind of looks like, because he had a concealed carry permit to carry his weapon. And I think he drew his weapon probably as he saw this incident unfolding, and and then just everything happened so fast. Hoover police arrive on the scene just as chaos is shots are being fired and chaos is happening, and he's withdrawing from the scene with a weapon drawn, and he was misidentified and shot. That's what I don't know these things, obviously. I'm just giving you my own personal impression, but that's kind of how it seems. But that's in this reporting. So if I could just quickly, it says father of black man killed by cops in Alabama mall shooting says it was hurtful. His son, who had a permit to carry, was assumed to be the gunman. As hundreds protest the slaying, and the real shooter remains at large. He's obviously enrolled in the Army. I don't know if he's active duty right now. I kind of would assume he is due to his age. I don't know his age, but he just seems young. So, but apparently he went to a Catholic high school, immediately enrolled in the Army after leaving high school. Seems to be, just listening to some of his family members speak of him, a good guy. So, and they're protesting at the mall in pretty great numbers, demanding answers, and this is definitely not over. So, the father of black man killed by police officer during Alabama mall shooting says his son had a permit to carry a weapon for self-defense after police mistakenly thought he was the suspect. Meanwhile, the shooter still remains at large after Amantic EJ Bradford Jr., 21, he's 21 years old, was killed by police who believed he was the gunman who injured two people in the shooting at Riverchase Galleria Mall in Birmingham on Thanksgiving night. Saturday, a group of 200 protesters took to the mall to demand answers from Hoover police. On Saturday night, Bradford's father, Amantic E.J. Bradford Sr. told the Associated Press his son was a very good kid and added that it was hurtful police portrayed his son as the shooter. They were so quick to rush to judgment. I knew my son didn't do that. People rushed to judgment. They shouldn't have done that, Bradford Sr. said. And I was mistaken in some of my previous, there's his father there. The video of the person laying in a pool of blood on the floor of the mall was him. I'm almost certain. And I'm sort of trying to... They picture the Daily Mail as different. It's a UK outlet, and they show things. So, and it says here, on Friday evening, Hoover Police Department revealed evidence showing that Bradford may have been involved in an altercation with an 18-year-old and at least one other individual. He likely did not fire the rounds that injured the victims. According to somebody in the protest, it very much looks like a relative, but I'm not sure. I just don't know that. He was saying nothing was fired out of his gun. Investigators now believe that several people were involved in an original fight which broke out at 9:30 p.m. on Thursday, and it's unclear whether Bradford was attempting to break up the altercation or if he was involved from the beginning. And police say Bradford was fleeing the scene while brandishing a handgun when he was shot and killed by a uniformed Hoover police officer. So he was fleeing the scene with a handgun. Bradford was pronounced dead at the scene at 10:11 p.m. The officer involved has been placed on administrative leave. Hoover police say the evidence, which came from witness statements and crime scene technicians, means the real gunman is still at large. A weapon was later recovered from inside the mall's Santa Village. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Footage taken from inside the mall showed Bradford's body lying in a pool of blood moments after he was shot dead by police. The video, filmed from within the Foot Action store, also captured people frantically shouting for customers to leave the premises where Bradford's body was positioned on its side. Everybody out. One person can be heard yelling. That's the video I was just referring to. And Bradford was a graduate of Holy Family Cristo Rey Catholic High School in Birmingham. Another shouts, "Let's go, everybody out of the store." Bradford's devastated stepmother, Cynthia Kennebrew Bradford, hopes to clear her son's name, writing that she was sick of all the lies going around. He was a super sweet, funny kid and good-hearted young man who never had a bad word to say to anyone. That's his family, and that's him, I believe, as a as a teenager. So, and there he is, and he's only 21, so he must be active duty. Must be. And I'd say that's, this is not over. Here's some footage of the protest, and then I'll just wrap this up. And, I'm sure we're going to learn more or hear more.
Innocent black man found out later the gun was never even shot. Never even shot. Never shot. But yet he's dead. He is a murderer. Hoover police need to arrest a murderer. Okay? He murdered this black man. He murdered him. The Hoover police are murderers.
All right, well, we definitely, I don't think we've heard the last of this for sure. And that's the story there. All right, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below, and I will see you in the next video. Later, man.